You don't want to do this.
You're right, I don't, but I need that stone and I don't have time to debate it.
In this video, we will take a detailed look at the Ancient One from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, exploring her abilities, the reason behind her conflict with her disciples, and the true cause of her death. Who is the Ancient One? The Ancient One is the longest-living Sorcerer Supreme, having lived for over 1,000 years according to the MCU timeline, making her even older than Thor. She was originally from a village called Kamartaj, hidden deep in the Himalayas. After discovering the existence of magic, she mastered it, gaining the ability to travel across the universe and even through different dimensions. Eventually, she defeated all the great sorcerers of the world in the Sorcerer's Gathering and earned the title of Sorcerer Supreme. In the MCU, the Ancient One is portrayed by actress Tilda Swinton. However, in the original comics, the character was depicted as an elderly man with a long beard. The powers of the Ancient One. As the Sorcerer Supreme, there is virtually no spell that she cannot perform. Her fundamental ability is to conjure energy constructs using her magical power. These constructs glow with a golden light, emit heat, and can take various forms, including weapons and shields. The Ancient One primarily uses energy fans in battle. She can throw them like boomerangs or wield them in close combat. These fans are extremely powerful, even capable of taking down Chitauri ships in an instant, making them one of the most lethal basic spells. For defense, she can generate protective spells such as the Rings of Ragador and the Shield of Seraphim. She is also highly proficient in mirror magic, allowing her to enter the mirror dimension and pull others into it without them even realizing. Doctor Strange was able to create a mirror shield to block the Power Stone's energy blast from Thanos. Since Strange learned from the Ancient One, it's safe to assume she could perform the same technique. Additionally, she can astral project at will, theoretically allowing her to study and learn even while sleeping. She can also forcefully separate others' souls from their bodies.
You!
One of her most impressive abilities is the power to send someone's consciousness across dimensions. For example, she sent Doctor Strange into the Dark Dimension.
Your eye. He looks all right to me. You think you know? This universe is older than time.
Where he first encountered Dormammu. This is an incredibly powerful control ability. The Dark Dimension and Forbidden Magic. To extend her lifespan and protect reality, the Ancient One had no choice but to tap into the power of the Dark Dimension. By doing so, she was able to sustain herself for over 1,000 years while still appearing to be in her 40s or 50s. This dark magic also allowed her to manipulate space and physics, enabling her to fight while defying gravity and reshape buildings and structures at will. Many of the spells used by Doctor Strange in the films indirectly highlight the Ancient One's immense power. For instance, he used a tracking spell through a single strand of hair to locate Odin, enchanted the Eye of Agamotto with a burning sigil, and set up teleportation runes and forgetfulness spells. Advanced magic such as the Crimson Bands of Sidorak, the Bolts of Balthak, and the Winds of Watum are also within his arsenal. If Doctor Strange can use these spells, the Ancient One surely could as well. One subtle detail that showcases her mastery is her ability to slow down time without the Time Stone. Although she couldn't stop time completely, she could selectively slow it. In one scene, we see that both she and Doctor Strange are unaffected while everything around them, including a lightning strike in the distance, moves in slow motion. This suggests she had precise control over the range and effect of time manipulation. Why did the Ancient One's own disciple betray her? This brings us to the second topic, Caecilius. Caecilius was once one of the Ancient One's most promising students. Given his exceptional talent, he had the potential to succeed her as the next Sorcerer Supreme. However, in the movie, he chose to betray her, seeking eternal life and greater power by joining Dormammu. Before his betrayal, he also uncovered the Ancient One's darkest secret, She had been drawing energy from the dark dimension to extend her own life. Throughout her teachings, the Ancient One always emphasized the importance of following the natural order, yet she herself secretly violated it. When Mordo discovered this truth, his worldview was completely shattered. But was Caecilius's betrayal solely driven by his resentment towards the Ancient One? Not entirely. In the comics, Caecilius was originally an ordinary man with a wife and child. However, after his wife passed away from illness, he fell into deep despair. When Baron Mordo recruited him, Caecilius came to Camartage to learn magic. Despite his training, he never let go of his grief and became obsessed with resurrecting his wife and child. He believed that the Ancient One was deliberately keeping forbidden knowledge from him. Eventually, he secretly studied the forbidden spells and found what he thought was the key to reuniting with his family, connecting with the dark dimension. However, he underestimated Dormammu's influence. In the MCU, this ultimately led him to become Dormammu's follower, receiving dark power in return. His betrayal wasn't just about seeking immortality, it was about his desperate hope to be with his family again. Tragically, at the end of the film, he was dragged into the dark dimension by Dormammu, his wish never fulfilled. Why did the Ancient One die so easily? Many fans have joked that the Ancient One's death felt rushed, possibly because of budget constraints on visual effects. But if we look deeper, her death actually makes perfect sense. As the wielder of the Eye of Agamotto, she had the ability to see into the past and the future. In Avengers: Infinity War, Doctor Strange used the Time Stone to glimpse the only way to defeat Thanos. Given this, the Ancient One must have also foreseen her own demise at the hands of Caecilius. So why didn't she avoid it? There are two key reasons. 1. She was tired. The Ancient One had lived for over 1,000 years, protecting Earth for centuries. With Doctor Strange rising as her successor, she finally had someone to take up her mantle. She was ready to move on. 2. She may not have truly died. Some theories suggest that instead of facing true death, she ascended in spirit form, returning to the presence of the cosmic entity known as the One Above All, continuing to exist in the universe in some form. This concludes our deep dive into the Ancient One. What do you think about her character and fate in the MCU? Let me know in the comments.